Most of us would say we follow Christ, but what does that actually look like in our lives, and what does that mean? We're going to camp out in Matthew 16:24 to 28. And this passage comes directly after Jesus told his disciples that he was to die. And his disciples would have been like, Jesus, that's ludicrous. Why are you going to go die? You're supposed to rule over us. But Jesus has continually showed us in Matthew that he's not what we expect, and his kingdom doesn't fall into the values we hold in our society. So Jesus is pretty clear on what it means to follow him, and he says here in Matthew 16:24, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. So what does it look like to take up our cross and to deny ourselves? So Jesus is obviously foretelling the way he's going to die on a cross. So we're supposed to follow him, not literally go die on a cross, obviously, but the cross would have represented a few things. It was one of the most shameful ways to die, and it was also involved a lot of suffering. And so Jesus is like, if you're going to follow me, are you ready to endure the shame and the suffering of following me for the joy and for the absolute joy of knowing me? Most of us want to live a life free of suffering, free of shame, one of comfort, but Jesus continues on to say this, for whoever would save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. And this is the idea of denying ourselves and following him. This means dying to our desire for worldly respect, for climbing the social ladder, dying to our desire for an easy life of money, of self-glory, of comfort. And he also says, for what will it profit if we gain the whole world but lose our soul? One thing you know about someone who is carrying a cross is they're not coming back. Are we ready to follow in Jesus' footsteps and deny ourselves and leave our life behind? Are we ready to endure the shame and suffering, all for the joy of knowing Christ and being with him forever? Jesus calls us to absolutely radical things, but it's worth knowing him. So I'd encourage you guys, spend some time asking Jesus what he's asking you to leave behind to follow him. Spend some time in prayer, giving those things over to Jesus and asking for strength to do that.